Amigos, el día de hoy visitamos el Cortez, uno de los casinos más antiguos de Las Vegas, para ver la nueva renovación que tienen. Así que por acá podemos ver que tienen nuevas mesas. Acaban también de incluir límite alto en esta nueva parte, además de un bar. En realidad, una inversión increíble de la cual nos va a contar nuestro invitado especial del día de hoy. Amigos, el capítulo de hoy de Tu Mundo, Mi Mundo es en inglés, pero no se preocupen porque les puse los subtítulos para que puedan entender absolutamente todo.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Tu Mundo, Mi Mundo. Today we have a very special guest. He's Adam, the general manager of El Cortez, the oldest casino in Vegas. We have some questions for him, interesting questions, while I gamble, so let's go. Okay, finally, Adam is here. Yay! We have $1,000 in the machine. We're gonna be playing while I'm asking you some questions.
Okay.
All right, Adam. Nick, we're starting in 2 cents. One cent.
Max bet.
Max bet. Okay, nice. So, El Cortez is the oldest. Ooh.
We'll do it.
Oh, we got it! Come on!
El Cortez.
We don't need anything else. We just got a bonus. Hey, it's the oldest casino.
We're gonna get through one question.
I know. But El Cortez is the oldest casino in Vegas. I know it's been a while. What makes El Cortez so special?
Yeah, I think what really sets it apart, and it sort of has the distinction of being the longest continuously operating casino, but the Golden Gate is actually from the 1920s, or actually the teens.
Okay.
Early 1900s, but it was just a hotel at the time when it was built.
Oh, okay.
And then they added gaming after the fact. This is going to be an amazing bonus to talk about, guys. And then El Cortez was built in 1941, so quite a while later. But El Cortez was built as a casino resort at the time, with hotel, casino, showroom, and so it was sort of the first gaming resort built in 1941. Yeah. And to answer your question, what sets us apart really is that it's family owned. If I had to name one thing, it would be that it's family owned, and Kenny Epstein, who's the owner, who's here 6 days a week.
Yeah, for the opening, right?
Yeah.
For the new space.
I think he has like a suite or something. Is it like old school style where he lives here?
So the top floor here, which you guys have to stay in and do a video, you'll love it. It's called the Jackie Gone Suite. He was the previous owner, and he was Kenny Epstein's partner and sort of mentor, the current owner. He built that suite at the top of the tower we're underneath right now as his home, and that's still available to rent. And have you guys not seen it yet?
No. I think I've seen it maybe online.
Yeah.
On
a YouTube video.
Oh, we got to get you guys up there right away for sure.
And I think that's another thing about this place that's awesome is thank you for always being friendly to us, the creators.
Of course,
you guys are awesome, and we made it all the way to the top.
Oh my God.
We're not even paying attention. This is a lot of money, you guys.
Yeah, this is a good bonus.
Hey.
So no, thank you. And I think there's something, like you said, about the history. There's a vibe here that you don't get other places.
Yeah.
So.
I was about to say that because I think one of the special things of El Cortez is like it gives you the old vibes, but you guys are so friendly, and like we feel like we are like it's our family too. You said like it's family owned, but we feel
the same exact way, and it's sincere, it's real.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about making money here, even though we're a casino and we make money, but it's really way more than that. It's preserving the history, and it's really the El Cortez is like a piece of Americana, a piece of Las Vegas, and then the mafia owned El Cortez, so it has all these things that we put so much value in, and every generation now puts value in that, especially the young generation is starting to really appreciate that history and authenticity. So
I've noticed that. I've always, I don't know if it was like our generation, things like that, but as I grew up, I appreciated, antique roadshow, like all this stuff. So it's like cool to come and be a part of that. $961.
Hey, nice. Hey, you give me good luck. Hey, I heard that the new space, you guys invested like $20 million?
$20 million, yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's what we showed at the beginning in the intro.
Yes.
So you guys need to come check it out.
Yeah, you saw it at the beginning, guys. The newest space here at El Cortez is really, really amazing. So what's the new things that we can find in this new space?
Well, it's so exciting because El Cortez has always, and especially recently, has been very popular with so many great people. But what we had to offer, it was dated and low ceilings, and it was, you know, it was historic, so that was great. But now that we have this expansion, you know, we have these high ceilings, and it's just beautiful bars, and more space to have even better games and more table games, and a high limit room. It's sort of something for everyone now. We still have this historic section that no one ever wants us to change, and we're going to keep that at least mostly exactly like it is for as long as probably forever, because the 1941 building is on the National Register of Historic Places.
Ooh.
So.
And you guys have coin-op slots,
yeah,
which is hard to find. I think
Yeah.
there's only 3 casinos in Vegas,
Yeah.
right?
We
Something
had
like that.
we had 6, and we just added another 6 that we had custom built for us.
That's awesome.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
great.
Well, definitely come check it out. The new space is amazing too, with the light, the windows.
I love
it's
it.
hard to find in a casino.
Yeah,
So you get the
window,
history
yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
I had my doubts about the windows, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, and also the light, like it's very bright back there, which initially I was like, because I'm so used to El Cortez being more intimate and a little bit darker. But the minute the wall came down, I absolutely love the high ceilings. I love the light levels, and the windows work too, because when you're walking by, you're looking into the action of the casino.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think definitely I personally I love the windows. I
Yeah.
love like the brightness now too. Now we're gonna get into some questions that people ask all the time, and ooh,
another bonus.
Wow.
oh my God, that's awesome.
All right, it's like every other question. It's looking
Yeah.
like,
Let's
this
ask
is
like
good.
50
This is a really good pace.
All right, Adam. You know this always like these rumors like, oh no, don't use your player's card because the casino can see everything, and they're gonna, if they see you winning, they're gonna make you lose.
We'll change
Can
the
you,
computer
they
or the
change
slot.
the machine, they change the slot machine configuration or whatever to make you lose. Is that true?
Absolutely not. There's no impact on the player's card, on the gameplay whatsoever. So the only true statement there is that we can see how much you lose or how much you
Yeah.
win, which is important because if you have a bad day and lose, you can come talk to me and I can look at your account and buy you dinner or give you free play or a room.
You heard that, guys?
Yeah, it's also important to keep track of your wins and losses potentially for taxes at the end of the year, where you can come up to the club and we'll give you an exact printout of how much you won or lost. If you don't use your card, only the wins are going to show up on that with your jackpot. So.
Yeah, so your W2Gs that everybody gets.
Right, you'll
That's
just
all
have
it's-
those and nothing to offset those with. So it's important that you use your card. But superstition is, listen, I'm superstitious too.
Oh,
so
you
I
are.
understand it. Oh yeah, and I gamble too.
I think
so.
that was actually on this list.
Oh,
so
sorry,
we'll
I'm
jump.
skipping ahead.
No, no, no.
Yeah. We're gonna ask something
I
about
haven't
that.
read the list. Full disclosure, I have no idea. I see it
Yeah,
over there.
we
but-
asked Adam too. We said, "Do you
Yeah.
want us to like preview the
Yeah,
questions
no.
for you?" He said, "No, I'm good. I'm good to go."
There's no teleprompter. I was hoping you guys would have a teleprompter for me, but no.
So yeah, no. A lot of people have that suspicion. Another 240. Look at that.
Woohoo.
Have that suspicion, and you know, we always try to tell people like, one, it's your benefit, right?
Yeah.
Like think about, in all honesty, and this isn't anything else, but most of the places we go, we don't pay for food anymore. You know, we don't. You know, we're not
Yep.
super high rollers or anything, so it's definitely a good thing for people to use and have.
Yeah, it's a very common concern, though. I hear that a lot. People are playing without a card. I'm like, well, I win more when it's out, but
Yeah, they
and
always say that.
What happens though is you pull it out and win, and then you go, oh my gosh, I just pulled it out. Or you know, when I raised the bet and I did this, and so people, when they win after doing something, it tends to, especially if it happens a couple times,
Yes.
then they're sure of it.
Yes, yes, totally.
There's, well, we'll get to a story I have for you when we get your answer on one.
Okay.
So about the timing, you know, there's people sometimes that say like, oh, it's better if you go on Wednesdays, or it's better if you go on Sundays, or at this time. Is that true? Like the day, the day that you go, or the time of the day that you go, it matters when you play slots?
Completely irrelevant. Again, I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not killing everyone's. Oh, you want to go this day or that day. But fortunately, it's a completely random number generator in every game. And the only way to change the payback percentage on a game is to do what's called a conversion. So we have to change the machine number, we have to change the software, we have to change all of the settings, and the manufacturer of the machine comes out and helps us with that usually. So, and we don't do that. We don't do that unless we're changing the theme of the game, the actual game.
Okay.
So we don't go in and change the RTP or return to player or the whole
percentage.
percentage.
State and all that stuff too. It's a whole process, isn't it?
Well, it all goes into the system. It all has to be updated. So, yeah. Is that
Another
3
bonus.
bonuses?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks for the bonus.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, he had no idea we were gonna play this machine.
He doesn't know anything.
Oh, I
He's
set it
just-
all up in the back. I set it all up in the back when I won some.
That's another thing people tend to think is
Right.
that us as casino influencers or slot players, we're paid by the casino.
Yeah.
Which we're not. I wish.
That's what I
I
said
know.
all the time. I wish.
I know, and you guys are worth a lot to us, so it wouldn't be unusual to be
Yeah,
paid.
with conflict of
And you know, there are a lot of properties that obviously do paid partnerships with collaborators and with all sorts of different companies, you know, traditional and online and social media. But everything at Cortez is organic. We do offer free play for play, and of course, if you're a big influencer, you're going to be communicating with me and my player development team on a more frequent basis, so you might get more than most, but really it's all organic and it's all based on casino play. But there's a huge value to the casino, I mean, as you guys know, and I mean, it's a game changer for our business. Yeah, so
I remember when I worked at the Stratosphere in the early 2000s, there were signs everywhere, like no cameras, no
Yeah,
you
you
didn't
can.
hold your phone out. They'd be like, step away, you have to go like certain distance back.
Sure. When I started here 10 years ago, that was the same exact thing, and it took a lot for me to convince people both here and at other places. I remember the first time we ever went live. El Cortez was the first casino to allow a live stream table game.
Live stream. Oh yeah, the table games. That's
Table
hard.
game. And when they went live, I got a call from one of my colleagues down the street, like one of my peers. In an urgent call. They're live from your casino, one of your blackjack tables. Someone has the tripod set up and they're recording the play. And I said, yeah, I'm right here. I'm at the table with them. It's going to be okay. But we got a lot of phone calls that next week about, you know, what are you doing? And
Because it was something new
it was
back
just
then.
so
Yeah. So
unusual.
like. Yeah.
And so that's been a big change for us.
I like the fact that you said that you're kind of superstitious. That's something weird.
Yeah.
You being like a casino man, like a casino general manager. So, have you ever seen like a weird, like a
Weirdest.
like the weirdest
boy.
superstitions that you see like somebody like doing at the casino?
You know, I guess it's the little figurines people bring in. Those are pretty common now. So a lot of people will bring in someone had a bunch of little miniature ducks that they brought in not long
those
ago.
To, I think, Greta and Pomsey.
Pomsey and Greta had them.
Yeah.
And so I do see that a lot of times at the blackjack table. I'll see little figurines, you know, like carved crystal figurines and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think superstition is more like, I think people get a feel for a game, the way it's going, and I think the superstition is sort of gameplay based more than, but yeah, superstition as far as the player's card, and people think if they come on a busy weekend, I think on a busy weekend people think it's, but everyone's winning because there's just so many more people around. You know? Like you're seeing so much more, so many more jackpots just because there's so many more people playing. But yeah, I haven't really seen any. There's another bonus.
Do you have a superstition about something that you really believe?
Superstition. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have a specific gaming superstition, but I don't know. I get a feeling for a game, and I think it's going to win, or I kind of feel like I know it's not going to win anymore, even though it's completely random.
Yeah, it could be like this next spin does it, or each spin is independent.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like a game, I can kind of tell when it's on a losing streak and it's not going to turn around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll get up and move to another game, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
I feel like I have I don't know, I don't feel like it's a weird superstition, but I feel if I all the time come to the casino, same casino, and I play this machine 1 or 2 times and I lose, and I come against, you know, like I'm gonna play it again and I lose again, you will never see me again playing that machine. Because
Yeah,
for me, it's like it's a losing machine all the time.
Right, and it's funny, the first impression on a slot machine,
Yeah.
This is
nice,
a good
nice
one.
little retrigger, yeah.
This is a good one. At the
Yeah.
airport
This
test.
actually is a really good machine. The frequency of the bonuses is really good. But you know, your first impression on a machine can make or break your future with that game. But I don't know, I would give it a third or fourth shot, and even at a low bet to kind of see what the bonus looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Because you can just randomly get 3 or 4 really bad runs on a game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game.
Now there's some places where we've got just wrecked over and over. Here, obviously, is not one of them. You
I'm
guys
glad to
have
hear it, glad to
definitely
hear it.
Some of the more playback friendly
Yeah.
things that I've experienced. But on the Superstition, one of the weirdest things I ever saw was when I was 18, I started playing poker in South Florida and at the Seminole casinos. And there was a guy I used to play 7 stud with. Every time he'd lose a hand, he'd get up, walk around his chair 7 times, and sit back down. And I eventually said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm changing my luck." And we've
That's
done a couple
weird.
videos with that,
Uh-huh.
where she's done it, hit a bonus immediately.
Well, it
Yeah,
worked.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
people started
well.
saying you got to do it. I was like, it's not true.
Well,
It's like
maybe
you
it
said.
is. Maybe it is. Yeah, you mentioned just briefly on getting wrecked at a place.
Yeah.
I hate when someone comes here and they have a bad first experience, because it does happen. These are slot machines,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And so it's funny that you mentioned that, because I just had a comment on social media. Someone said, I came there, I was so excited, and I got wrecked for X amount of dollars in 30 minutes. And it's terrible, because their impression of El Cortez, and it is, we're a casino. These games, you can lose a lot of money in these games.
You
We
can
all know
lose, you
that.
can win.
And but I'm going to reach back out to them and say, 30 minutes is not really enough time
Yeah.
to say whether you get wrecked here or not.
Or yeah, the casino, if it's a good casino, or like just.
Yeah, but losing a lot of money quickly is hard on anybody. It's hard on me when I go out. So I understand that emotion of,
Yeah, and
it's
you
no
and-
good there, so
Ooh, baby!
one after another. Let's keep it up.
So talking about superstitions, you've probably seen a lot of people like slapping the buttons, tapping the screen,
Yes.
and people that tells me like, Erika, take the ticket out and put it in again.
Okay.
Do you really think that changed the outcome, or like change something if I tap?
It doesn't.
That,
It-
yes, brings me. Thank you.
It doesn't at all, but some of these are touch screens, and so it's like there's an electronic aspect to it, and I think people feel like they're sort of communicating with the game somehow.
Okay.
And so it feels that way. We talked about superstition. One of mine, and it isn't really a superstition, but it's more like a money management, but it might, and I feel better when I do it, is when I reach a certain amount, I'll cash out and put a new $100 bill in. I don't know if you guys do that. Yeah. And I put the ticket in my bankroll. And so I'll accumulate tickets, like if I'm 3 or 4, if I win like $200, $300, $400, if I get over maybe 300, I'll put it into my money and put new money in. So it's a little superstitious, like you're starting the game over.
Okay.
I feel like that is better
You
to
do
do
that.
that. Yeah, I
You
do that. I do
because
that,
they
yeah.
say that to me all the time. Like, Erika, no, take the ticket.
Yeah.
And then put a fresh 100. They
Yeah.
say all the time. They say
I think
that.
it's more of a money management, because then you have those tickets and you're starting with a new $100 bill. I think it helps to pace yourself on the gambling a little bit.
So let's say that doesn't matter. The slapping the buttons, that's
Does
not
it
gonna
does
help
not
at
make
all.
a difference, no. But the people who
I've seen
do it,
people, like,
the people
punch the
who do it are
They-
going to
yes.
completely ignore what I just said, because, yeah.
And
Punching the
talking-
machine's totally different. These machines are very expensive,
Yeah.
and if you break it,
It's like a
you
new car.
bought it, sort of a deal.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
careful with that.
So in talking about people getting angry, what's the biggest amount you've seen somebody lose?
Oh wow,
And the biggest win and the biggest loss?
that is a really good question.
Doesn't have to be here. Just
Yeah, just
so-
in general.
Right,
not-
and there's big wins and losses here, but this story is from another casino, and I won't really mention it, and it's the biggest win and the biggest loss. So a guy came in on the bus to a casino that I was affiliated with.
Okay.
I came in on a bus with a couple $100, and he went to a quarter slot machine. Back then I think it was called Quarter Mania, and he won $1,000 in quarters.
Okay.
And talking duffel bag, rode in on the bus. Maybe looking for a fresh start, but he had a couple $100 to his name, and he hit that $1,000 in the quarter machine, and then went to dollar machines and hit maybe 4,000 or 5,000 on pull handle dollars. And over the next month, he got up $250,000 at the tables, because after he had his $4,000 or $5,000 bankroll from the dollar slots, he went to blackjack and started betting 1,000 a hand and 2,000 a hand, and yes,
It's like an Archie Carras kind of.
yeah, it's very similar, and and so he left about 150,000 in the cage and went back home and left the money in the cage, and then came back about a month later, went on a similar run, and he came back and didn't have any money left except the 180 at the cage, and then he went on another run, won about another 100, and over the next 3 or 4 months lost every penny back. Yes. And took the bus back home. So, yeah.
Bus back home.
So the biggest win and the biggest loss comes from the same individual.
Same person.
Yeah, same
Ouch.
person.
Ouch. That's not good. That's why all the time it's important to all the time remind people to play responsibly, because yeah, you're winning, but you need to be mindful, like not just leave all the money at the casino again, you know, like just walk out with your winnings.
Yeah, and when I started this job, I thought it was going to be a lot more negativity like that. I really did, and I thought there would be that dark side of gaming where people are spending more than they should, and you're seeing people that have lost their fortunes, and I honestly don't see that. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't seen people that have lost too much money. I have, but it's very rare. You know, I think gaming has become the form of entertainment for so many people, and most of what I see is very positive and entertaining. When it isn't, we usually cut ties with the person. You know, if we can tell that someone is in over their head. I mean, it's all, you know, dependent on the exact situation, but we usually just, if someone is becoming impacted by it visually to others, it's usually a problem, and it's not good for them or us, really, you know, for people to see that. So so we'll cut ties, but it's very rare, you know.
And now that you mentioned that, my next question is, was the I would say like the worst reaction you've seen somebody doing, like after a big loss, like?
Yeah, so I've
seen people like punching the machines. There's a lot of videos like people just beating up them. It's like, yep.
Yeah, so I've had someone smash a machine just like this, and I was nearby when they did it. It was a very big individual, like a huge rugby player, huge individual, huge man, and he smashed it. And he was very aggressive and very upset, and it ended up, we had to, like, because when you break that, it's you know, it could be $10,000 to repair it. Yeah. And so we had to, you know.
They have to pay it, right?
Yeah. So it was a very negative.
So after you lose, you have to pay. Like you have to pay that machine too.
Yeah, and his hand was cut, and it was just
worse.
it was a very traumatic. I had PTSD after that one.
Oh. Yeah, of course. And
Final question.
I know, but oops, sorry guys.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Just the last one,
Okay.
Adam. I'm not gonna bother you anymore.
One more bonus.
All right, let's do it.
There's any casino secret you can tell us? We're not gonna tell anybody, I promise.
Oh, it's gonna be our secret.
They won't
right?
see it. Just a secret
Casino?
that maybe you can share with us.
Wow, I probably should have read these questions because I'm sure there is one.
Yeah!
There it is.
Maybe we can figure this in it.
All right. Yeah, what happens in Las Vegas and El Cortez stays in Las Vegas, El Cortez. I'll never tell anyone secrets, you guys. Maybe when the camera's off, I'll give you one.
All right.
Juicy, yeah.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Of course, let's see.
Ooh!
Hey, what a way.
Start
Oh
strong,
my God.
finish strong. Let's go. Let's see how
Thank
we
you
end this
so
thing
much.
up.
This is actually probably one of the most fun new games to come.
No.
Yeah, let me tell you, like,
Fantastic.
I played this game for the first time, and then after that, it's like, I think I played it every week.
So with the meter, I noticed when we sat down, the meter was at 0. So
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter to you
basically,
guys?
No.
It doesn't. Looks like someone might have broken a machine. They need to be over there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Right.
for us, the meter doesn't mean anything. We know that it's
It's
if
in
you
the
look at
rules.
the game rules,
Yeah.
it says.
It says it
But-
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
But
But
Erika feels a little superstitious
Yes.
sometimes.
Right,
Yes.
so what I would say about that is even though I know it doesn't, right, It does mean that it's been longer since it hit.
I know.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, that's a
that's
fact.
exactly what I know.
Because
So there's your secret right there.
That's my
There's
secret.
a secret.
It does mean it's been longer since it hit. The firecrackers, when they go all the way up, or they're all three up there, it's been a while since there was a firecracker on this. So
That's what I say all the time. I said, Nick, like, hey, it's gonna hit. I know I can feel it. It's gonna hit. But yeah, I love this game.
One more number, guys.
So, guys, if you want to come and visit El Cortez, it's in Fremont Street, and ooh,
Hey, phenomenal run.
yes,
yep.
We were up to what, like 2K, 2,200 at one point? But
Yeah.
hey,
Solid.
can't complain. This is
hey, that's
So
awesome.
if anyone does come down, come say hi to me. I'm here every day but Sunday.
Oh, we're still in the free.
Late is better. Oh yeah, we still have 6 free games left.
The later the better. Yeah, you for
Later the better.
managers,
Yeah.
you guys tend to be here pretty late.
I'm here late because that's when the people are here.
Yeah.
You know.
A true man for the people. Awesome.
Whoa, how many bonuses we got here?
I don't know, but a lot. And good
Yeah,
bonuses.
Good, yeah. We're gonna get back up to 2,000. Let's go.
Let's do that.
What's your favorite machine, Adam?
Yeah, that's a good.
What's your
I like
favorite?
Dragon Link, Dragon Cash.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Dragon Cash.
But I think the Momo Mummy is an amazing new game. Volatile.
The new
The
version?
newest Momo Mummy. I really like it.
I
love the old Momo Mummy bonus, the cash collect with the
Yeah.
square that grows. You know, Huff and Even More Puff is great, but it's so
can be
streaky.
challenging.
It's so streaky. But yeah, I feel like Dragon Cash, Dragon Link is sort of the most consistent, good bonuses, but good
Got
frequency.
line pace.
Yeah, it's never that long between bonuses, I don't think, on that game.
Another 400.
Look at that, guys.
Look at that, you
Woo!
guys.
We started with
This is
$1,000.
Yep.
And we have, woohoo!
3 backup
16.
spins.
Let's do it.
686. Oh, here we go.
Final 3.
2.
And 3. Well,
Oh my God.
All right, guys.
Hey,
Great
that was
job.
awesome.
much.
Thank
Great
you
job.
so much.
Pleasure. We love you guys.
And we're gonna keep
Appreciate
coming.
you
We
guys.
love El Cortez.
All right, we love you guys
it.
too.
we'll shoot you a
Seriously.
love
text
it.
when we post this. There'll be some Spanish subtitles.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Love you
Thank
guys.
you as
Muy
always.
bien. Muy bien.
Oh.
All
love you guys too. Appreciate it.
right. Buenas noches, everybody. Bye, guys.
Ahora en español,
En
amigos.
español.
It's mucho trabajo para Erika. It's a lot of work to put the subtitles, so.
Amigos, nice. Adam ahí estuvo respondiendo todas esas preguntas
Yeah.
que siempre tenemos. Erika, saca el ticket, ponlo otra vez. Erika, no uses la tarjeta que te traquean y entonces ahí van a saber. Amigos, hay muchas cosas que yo sé que pensamos que realmente suceden detrás de la máquina o lo que tiene que ver con el casino, pero realmente él mismo lo dijo.
Okay. Hey,
Esa ha sido la de la buena suerte, el poder máximo.
poder, ya, yo solo
¿Tú solo has hecho poder máximo? No, tú has cambiado 10
$10,
centavos.
uno más.
Este
Yo
juego,
solo apuesta, yo juego cuando Erika habla de cuestiones, pero yo trato $10, 8 y 7,50. Y, amigo, increíble, primer spin bono.
Wow, fue primer spin.
$900 bono.
Wow.
Primer spin.
¡Híjole! Amigos, recuerden que El Cortez está en Fremont Street. Si ustedes quieren venir a visitarlo, son muy amigables. Vengan, visiten a Adam o también a Nords. Pueden preguntar por él. Salúdenlo y díganle que ustedes vienen de parte de Erika Juega Slots y quizás les den un buen trato, un trato distintivo. Así que no lo olviden.
¿Uno más bonos posible,
Sí,
Erika?
antes de los 1500. ¡Vamos!
¡Posible!
3. Y
Wow, increíble.
mi apuesta, $3 ahora, ¿listo?
Sí.
¡Wow!
500 ganancia.
Nice. Amigos, gracias por ver el video de hoy. No olviden que esto fue un capítulo más de Tu Mundo, Mi Mundo, donde traemos a personas de otros mundos al nuestro. Esta vez fue al manager general de El Cortez, aquí en Las Vegas, respondiendo muchas de las preguntas que siempre tenemos de si la máquina funciona dependiendo la hora, el día, preguntas muy conocidas de que si tocas la máquina y otras cosas más funciona, si te traquean dependiendo de la tarjeta de jugador también. Todo eso fue respondido el día de hoy. Espero que les haya gustado. Los voy a estar leyendo ahí abajo en los comentarios. Mientras tanto, gracias por estar aquí y nos vemos mañana en un nuevo video.
Bye.